I hope you're doing well. Some of you have asked, what is this Camino thing that I've been talking so much about? Well, on this episode of The Professor and Her Passport, you will find out how this journey really began. Let's do the walk thing. That's how it began. Several years ago, my husband and I watched the movie The Way. You know, the one with Martin Sheen and Emilio Estevez, where they walk the Camino de Santiago, the French route, 500 miles. So Kevin and I watched the movie, and about 3 weeks later, he comes to me and says, we should go do that walk thing. Now, our relationship has always been a unique one, where if my husband has a request, I do my best to make it happen, whether or not it's a special dinner, travel to an exotic destination, whatever. But this was really out of character for my husband. You see, I'm the athletic one. I'm the one who ran a marathon, who teaches scuba diving, who competed in tennis. I'm the outdoorsy person. Kevin is absolutely the opposite. He loves board gaming. He loves reading. He is more of an intellectual and hates outdoors. He doesn't like sunlight. He burns in a minute. And he hates sweat. Yet he comes to me and says, we should go do that walk thing. Well, my reply was, that walk thing, that 500 miles across Spain. You understand it's outdoors, it's hot, you carry a backpack. Yeah, we should go do that. Okay, I don't know what in the world got into him, but he was very sure of what he was saying to me. And I thought to myself, well, okay, let's see what happens. So over the next few months, we started walking around the neighborhood, a couple miles in the evening. A couple miles ended up becoming 4, which became 6, which became 8. At which point, he had never complained, was very eager to go. So I said, okay, we need to start planning a budget because we don't have the clothing, we don't have the backpacks. We need to kind of plan this adventure. Okay, take care of it. That was his reply. So, off to REI we go. You know, REI, the big outdoor outfitters. Great store. Well, we head down to Indy, and 2 hours afterwards, we come out with 2 backpacks fitted for us. Well, money on the table. We're doing this. So for the next 6 months, we trained. We increased our walking distance, started adding our backpack, empty of course, just getting used to it. And every month, we'd stop by REI and pick up a couple items that we might need. Proper clothing, whatever. Well, off we go. And in May of 2019, we land in Porto, Portugal, the land of my ancestors. I had never been. All I knew was that prior to World War II, the family split, half of which went to Acushnet, Massachusetts in America, and the other half went to Northern Africa. But as far as I knew, I had no blood kin there. So, going through Porto, it felt like home. People looked like me. The complexion, the noses, the eyes, the cheekbones. I really felt that this was home. So for 3 days, we explored this amazing city. Oh, the food, you cannot even imagine. Popu, grilled octopus. That was my first meal there. Oh, succulent like butter. Served swimming in garlic butter with a loaf of bread and a pitcher of sangria sitting along the Douro River. It really doesn't get much better than this. And we explored the wineries where they make port. We chatted with local bartenders, one of which ended up owning the restaurant that we ate at one evening, and he comped us a sample of 40-year-old port at the end of our meal. Now that was a treat. But after 3 days, we bid farewell to Porto, donned our backpacks, and set out along the coast. And we began our journey. A journey that forever changed us. The Camino, so much has been written about it. What can you say? You walk. When you're tired, you stop. When you're thirsty, you drink. You meet people, if only for a moment, and you may never see them again, but you wish them buen camino. Perhaps you'll see them a couple days later, and they wave at you from a bar at 9 o'clock in the morning, and the crazy French. You have to have a glass of wine or a beer at 9 o'clock in the morning if they are. You don't want to be the rude American, for heaven's sakes. So, we walked. We walked for 15 days until we reached Santiago.